Hi, welcome to part 2 of Lily's story. So for this part 2 Lily's story, I'm having gloves on because I have garden hands. I'm trying to keep the video short. It took me an hour to make, so I cut it down and tried to keep it under 20 minutes so that you will be able to watch until the end and hopefully not be bored and maybe even be entertained. So we're going to go through putting book pages down and using various media types and show you some of the techniques that I learned from Casey when I went to the retreat back in April. Casey Turner, thank you. Here we go. But you know, there's some people that just do it, the collage thing, so easily. No, Casey's one of those people. She just slaps it down and she says, don't think about it, just do it. And it always kind of looks like she thought a lot about it because it came out so good. Like this, I kind of want to do that right in the middle, but that's gonna mess the poor boy's head right up. Then if I do this, well, what was the point of just putting that down? Oh, I brought some other stuff. When I was looking for stamps, I found some other stuff and I started gathering stuff for the next page when I'm not even finished with this one. And sometimes I think if I stand up, I can see things better. This is an old paper, ticker, not a ticker, what do they call those things? Cash registers. Like the cash registers had to have paper in them in a roll, and I got this at an estate sale, and it's just the right patinaed, you know. It's like got all that little tear going on. I don't know if I want to cover up that cute little window and that cute little tree. All right. Oh, I hope that dries, that glue. I don't usually use this glue, but I'm really liking it because I do not like the, I don't like the smell or the text, what it does to my fingers, the beacon glue, even though it's very durable. She had a lot of those chairs that you, let's see, I'm just gonna put it over here. Those rocking chairs with the wide arms, and she gave it to me, and of course I hated it because I was 19 years old, and I was thinking, this is about the ugliest thing that there is, and I don't want this in my house. And yet I didn't have any furniture, so I had to have it in my house. So I ended up covering it. And when I first taught myself how to sew, it was one of the first things that I did. I learned how to make the cushions. And it was a orange and brown plaid, orange and brown plaid pattern, because it was in 1980. I'm trying to find if there's any, oh, I was thinking about something with muslin earlier. All right, I'm not sure. I don't think I like this because it's got that seam in it. I don't like that. Doing therapy. This is my therapy. And oops, bumped the camera. Sorry. Oh, am I even on camera? Sometimes I'm like the nutty professor back here behind the camera. My favorite tool is the heat gun when you dry it. But if I took that out now, I would have to reach under my desk and plug it in because I moved things around again. I'm always moving things around, and I went to look for my stamps and I couldn't find them because my brain told me they were up against the wall. And the thing that's up against the wall now is the desk. There goes that idea. I was thinking of putting some color on this and those little spots there. This is this is a similar technique that Casey taught us, but if she watched this, she would probably laugh and say, I didn't teach you that. It had something to do with book pages, and laying the book pages down and then putting colors everywhere. If I use this, then I'm going to be really messy. But I like to paint with my fingers. I didn't get to go to kindergarten. I really wanted to go to kindergarten so I could finger paint, but because I knew my ABCs, the principal told, and my mother decided that I could go right to first grade, that I didn't need to go to kindergarten. I was very disappointed because I heard that in kindergarten you got to finger paint, and there were no finger painting to be done at my house wherever we lived. We didn't own a house, and there was no finger painting, and so there is now. I mixed those two together. I don't want to ruin my picture, my spread. Even though this is, see, I'm trying to balance this with color and then fill in those spots that I don't want to put paint on. Noisy one's back. All right. And if you get too much on there, just put another color with it. And then you got two to kind of, I'm taking away the tree again. Oh, no, I'm not. I can put the tree back. I'll show you. I'll show you how. I think I should put some blue over here just to make it look like, oh, can you even see that? To make it look like it's supposed to be blue on both sides. I mean, like these pages are all one, the two pages. Now, this, I don't wanna do too much to this picture because it's got a lot of character already. It doesn't really need too much of my help. All right, I need to stand up. Sometimes the camera is at a certain angle, so I have to take a view from above. I want to put blue up there, but then I feel like it's going to be too matchy-matchy. But I need something somewhere. You know, when I'm watching somebody and they're doing this, I'll be saying, oh, do that, and sometimes they end up doing it. Now, where should I do this next? Am I going to even use this? This bark cloth? What is bark cloth? It's this like 1950s, 60s, I think even 40s. I don't know a lot about it. I just know the texture. It's very textural, and I really like it. I wanted to make it look like this was hanging on the line. Oh, you know what? I was going to put some green in it, but I was afraid the green was going to overpower it. But if that's in there, because I don't know if the art glitter will hold this fabric down. Not sure if that looks a little crazy to you right now, but I'm going to let this dry. So that's drying, and it's time to talk about Lily's story a little bit here. I got this flower because it's a lily, and Lily was going to be named Narcissus. Yeah, that's because her mother's favorite flower was a narcissus, those little purple flowers. So I'm glad she named her Lily instead, right? Well, I envision that Lily is outside hanging her clothes on the line. She actually did do that. She never used her dryer. She had a washer and a dryer, but she always was trying to save money. She was born in 1922, so she was always trying to save money. She was a Depression baby. So she hung clothes on the line with clothespins. And so when I saw this picture, I thought, she's pregnant with her baby, her miracle baby, and she's hanging towels on the line. She was a hairdresser, so she always hung her towels out. They were white towels that she washed people's hair with, and I'm pretty sure she did. Now that I think about that, I don't know, maybe they had to go in the dryer, but I know she always hung things on the line. So that's what in this picture I thought of. I'm bringing in the green. Lily had green rooms in her house, and so I'm bringing in the green on the side here, blending with the cream to try to balance that piece of bark cloth on the side there, because now I have the green in the picture. So I'm trying to just, make it not overpowering because it's a darker color. So that's what I'm doing here, just like kind of flicking it onto the page with my gloved finger. And when I got done, I was happy with it. And then this flower made sense now. It felt like it fit in there better, so it was time to glue the flower down. And it felt like it had a better anchor, even though I still wasn't totally convinced that the white around the edges were where I want them to be. So I get the paint out again, and I try to blend that in. I think that's a little bit later. But I had an idea with a piece of muslin. I'm in the kitchen, and it's making all kinds of noises in the kitchen. The ice machine, the dishwasher just stopped. So I'm trying to find a piece of muslin here that will go for this next idea that I have. I got the muslin, I glue it down, and I let it dry. And the next thing we do is... Okay, noise is about to come in through the door. Noisemaker alert. Okay, so this, and then
this, and then make sure there, because she was married and she was pregnant with her baby in 1956. Now, this is I think this is the Stabilo, isn't it? Yeah, I found it. So here's the trick that Casey showed us. Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
So I also highlight the clothesline, the clothes, and the fence, but I didn't record it. I had a lot of interruptions. So please enjoy the music while I finish the rest of this, and we'll get to the end and you'll see the finished copy.